you for coming today to celebrate the life of Keith Clarence Nick. For most of you in the room, he was Keith, but for a privileged few, he was Dad. And for another few, he was Grandpa Nick. For all of Keith's growing up years, the Salvation Army was a huge part of his life. And he wanted that at the end of his life, the Salvation Army should also take part in the service. And so Bruce and I are the corps officers, or the ministers or pastors at the local Salvation Army in Glenfield, and it's our privilege today to lead through this service for Keith. For the past 10 days since Keith died, the family have spent a lot of time remembering. That's what we do when somebody dies. Memories become very sharp. And there's been lots of laughter, and there's been lots of tears. But today, you've come to join them to celebrate Keith's life. And the laughter and the tears may well continue as we come together. Carl and Brenda, Nathan and Michaela, Eugene and Joe, Sam and Hayden, Natasha and Owen, Hannah, Charlie and Evie. And then we think also of Maureen, who was not able to be here today. Today people have joined Woo! Not used to one of these. Today people have joined with you because they want to celebrate your dad's life and your granddad's life. With you, they want to remember the way that he's touched their lives. And they want to support you. They want to be here for you. Your grief will be greater than theirs because you're saying goodbye to a loved dad and grandpa. Someone who gave you life and someone who remained a huge part of your lives throughout your lives. But all of these people here today are saying that you're not alone in this journey. Your grief is different to theirs, but you're not alone. They want to walk with you. And beyond that, as I was putting these words together this morning, I couldn't help but think of your grandparents, Patty and Ev, because I know that for them, faith was just absolutely central to who they were. It was a huge, their lives could not be lived without their faith. And so I want you to know that not only, not only are you not alone in your grief, but God is with you in your grief. There's a verse in Scripture that says, God is the Father of compassion, and He's the God of all comfort, and He comforts us in all our trouble. And I pray that that will be something that you experience in these days as you walk this journey of grief. After the service today, the family hope that you're going to be able to linger and to enjoy light refreshments with them, so that once again you can share that, you can comfort them, that you can share stories, you can laugh and you can cry together. The family would love if you're wanting to make donations. Then Keith's wish was that those donations would go to Alzheimer's New Zealand, and so there is a donation box if you wish to make a donation this morning. If you have a cell phone and you want to turn it off, could you do that now so that we don't need to be worried about those things? A big part of the Salvation Army, a huge part of the Salvation Army is songs. And so a song has been chosen today. It's a song that was also used at Ev's funeral. It's a beautiful song. It's a song that you'll go, oh yeah, we know that one. But I want you to do more than just know it today. I want you to take hold of these words. Because these words were written by the psalmist thousands of years ago as his testimony. He was saying, the Lord's my shepherd, I will not want. He makes me down to lie in pastures green. He leadeth me the quiet waters by. And the song is all about God's presence with us in our journey of life. And from the point of our life's beginning to the point of our life's end, God is interested in our lives and He walks with us. So we're going to stand and we're going to sing together.
Lord, we come with a special purpose on our hearts today. We come to celebrate the life of Jesus. Father, as we come today, all of us have different memories. Some of them sharp and new, and some of them from a long time ago. But Lord, we have memories, and we come with those today. We want to treasure those memories. Father, we invite you to be with us this morning. Lord, there are hearts that are grieving here today. And Father, I just want to thank you that you hold each and every one of those hearts in your hands today. Father, I pray that each and every person who needs your comfort today will experience that. Lord, I pray that won't be, that I know that today's not the end of the journey. The grief will go on. There will be days when it nips at the heels, and there will be days when it absolutely devastates people. Father, I pray that as a group of people, as we stand together today, the family in particular will know that they are greatly loved and cared for, and that they are held before you today. And Father, I pray that in the days that ensue, they will continue to know your loving care and the care of relatives and friends. Father, we just ask that you would be here with us today. At each moment of this time that we spend together, that you'll help to hold that in people's minds, and that you will help people to treasure. Lord, I pray that as we talk of Keith's life and we remember the best things about his life, the legacy that he's left, Lord, I pray that you will help us to take hold of that too, and to remember that that's something that's ours forever to treasure and to keep. So, Father, we just ask your blessing on each and every moment of this time together, and each and every person who's here today. And Father, too, we think of Maureen. We pray that where she is, not able to be with us today, Lord, wrap your arms around her. May she know that we are holding her as part of us today. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. Thank you. Please be seated. David. David's a family friend, and he's going to come and share with us a little bit about his life.
It's quite an occasion for me to walk in here today. It's like a reincarnation of a lot of people I used to know in the old days. One of them being Marilyn here, who is identical to the Wells look from the Newtons in the old days, and it was great to see that you were the officers that we're going to be looking after the service today. Awesome. And there's also so many duplicates of people around the service too. It was a great old time in the Sallies back in the Newton Corps. My name is Dave Christensen, and I've had major infection problems, and I've had 21 hip operations over the last 9 years. But I'm here, I'm able to think, and I'm able to communicate, and I'm able to share things, all the wonderful things in life which were taken away from Keith at such an early age, and these terrible things that affect the mind and take away the memory are, I don't think I could cope without knowing my grandkids and spending pleasurable time with them. My wife died when she was of cancer almost just over 20 years ago, and being a grandfather and taking her role at the same time is something that I value very highly, and I know that you will keep your dad alive after he's gone as much as you did while he was here. He was a wonderful guy. So to you, the family, Carl and Farsha, Eugene, all the kids and the partners and the grandchildren, 7 grandchildren, it was terrible to hear about your dad passing like that. I had a lot of affection for Keith in the old days, and he had that smile about him. And Keith and Barry's parents, of course, Paddy and Evelyn, we only ever called them Mr. and Mrs. Lee. We would never ever dare call them by their first names. That just wasn't done in those days, and we had a lot more respect, I think, then, and would never have done it. But they were, we had a fantastic Sally upbringing, and I'd say most weekends of the old Newton Corps were pretty full on. And we had youth group on most Saturday nights. We're at the Speedway or Western Springs. We're located mostly in the pines up the hill, and not watching much racing. But it was always a big occasion for us. And on Sundays, of course, we're just full on 2 services a day, Bible class in the afternoon, Sunday school and all those things. But we were one big happy family back then in the Newton Corps. And it's just one of those great memories that we have. There are annual Sally events, such as holiday camps at the Browns Bay camp that we remember so well. It's lovely to see Kay Smith here today, one of the cousins of the family. And picnics at Redwood Park, where there is unfortunately now a golf course. We had athletic tournaments at Greyland Park, swimming tournaments at the Tevin Bars, and rugby tournaments, all involving our arch enemy, Congress Hall in the city. And even Neil was here from, he used to be in Hamilton, we used to give each other a bit of info in the old days down there, Neil as well. On occasions we were quite badly behaved, but Keith seemed almost angelic compared to us. However, he did get caught out once, and he seemed to enjoy the odd smoke. And we were at Parnell Pools, and a group of us down there, and a smoke appeared from somewhere, and we started to have a puff, and next minute we saw some prominent sullies that we knew walking straight towards us. And so Keith grabbed a towel and stuck it on the smoke, and stuck it over the smoke, and we were standing there talking to them, and next minute the towel started to burn. All the smoke coming all over. No, we were caught out pretty well, good and proper. These, of course, were an entrepreneurial lot, and there was no surprise that Keith focused on a career counting money, because the legs had heaps of it. They were originally shop owners in Grey Lynn. We were scruffy statehouse kids from Shaw Street in Sandringham, but they still spoke to us regardless. They shared everything. In fact, I was over there one day, we were quite amazed that their outhouse had its own magazine rack. Well, that was right up there, which I was nice and said. They also had a fantastic batch in the Pines at Red Beach that we used to go and visit on regular days and have a lot of fun up there. But they then developed their first supermarket in East Tamaki, and then their second in Lake Road in Belmont, I think it was. So going to a Sally event in Devonport, we stopped and had some food in the closed supermarket. Keith had the key to this entire supermarket. It blew us away, but being scruffy boys, kids from Shawell Street and Sandringham, we couldn't hold back. And we had a great time, but those were pretty big things for us in the first days, that people could actually own their own supermarkets. There's one thing I hated Keith for, was that he took my girlfriend Maureen off me. I was devastated at the time, was it Keith? You wish it would. They took, taking my girlfriend Maureen off me, I was devastated, but on reflection, as I said, I was a scruffy statehouse kid from Sandringham. His mum and dad were supermarket owners. Brother Barry even featured on TV having his grand piano helicoptered into his new luxury apartment on the shore. So it was no contest really. I do remember Maureen's mum and dad, Rothenbell and Hannah, who have both passed away now. Used to think the world of Keith. They thought he was just a great son-in-law and a great person, and they never stopped talking about him, really. So at one of the youth group events, I met Maureen's cousin Jenny, and a few years later we got married, had a daughter, Briar, who has two beautiful daughters now, aged 14 and 16. As I mentioned previously, sadly, last December 30th marked 20 years since Jen was taken from us due to breast cancer. And we would be married close to 50 years as well. So living with one grandparent is very difficult. Not having that grandparent there is difficult. But you can get on and you can do it, and you can keep your dad alive and their granddad alive. And we do that all the time. It's just becomes part of second nature. So my thoughts and prayers are with you as you go about doing that. As a grandparent, I know how amazing grandchildren can be. I know Keith would have enjoyed his 7 grandchildren before he was so cruelly taken from us. As I said, Keith was a very, very nice guy. Spent a lot of time with him and the family in London and different places. Went out of town a couple of times with Keith, which was always good good fun. And I hope, just pass on to you the best wishes and love, the best wishes from our side of the family, from the Annas, and pray that you will take strength from the love that you have for each other and the support that you will have for each other. And just remember your dad, Dwayne Shirley, as a very, very fine